Okay, so before we jump into learning a little bit more about secession, I'm going to introduce the topic and give you some information about it. So, as we remember, the main issue that is dividing the country is slavery. The South believes that they have a right to have slavery, and the national government can't tell them what to do. And the North feels that we need to be united on this particular topic of slavery, and we should start thinking about ways to get rid of it. Like it shouldn't be a part of our country. Um, this is going to lead to the election of 1860, in which Abraham Lincoln wins. The reason that he wins is because in the North, he's pretty popular. He has some really good ideas about how to little by little get rid of slavery. But in the South, nobody really votes for him. And this kind of reminds me of when Donald Trump was elected, and like not very many Californians voted for him, and many people felt like resentment, like, oh, he's not our president. Maybe we should make our own country and things like that. That's exactly what the South felt like. They're like, this guy is not really representing our values, and so they had a reason to believe that they could leave the country. The reason was that when the United States became an independent country, it was all states that were independent. It wasn't one government that ruled all the colonies other than England. But once we broke away from England, each of those countries independently came and they signed an agreement. They volunteered to be a part of the United States because it helped them. But then once being a part of the United States does not help them, they felt that just like they had volunteered to join, they could actually have the freedom to leave whenever they wanted. And initially, like the founding fathers didn't foresee like people wanting to split up, so they kind of didn't make a law that said that you could or that you couldn't, and there's going to be this like legal gray area, which is why they believe that they can leave. But Abraham Lincoln has a different idea. He believes that if they leave the United States is going to collapse. And so, how he responds to the South wanting to create their own country is to pretty much use force and say like, all right, well, we'll force you to be a part of our country. And this is going to kind of create this, conflict, right? And we have to determine who was right in the situation. Did the South have a right to leave, or did Abraham Lincoln have a right to keep them in the United States?